All right, you locked in this studio for 24 hours. You have one artist that you would love to work with on one song. What's the name of the artist you would love to be locked in the studio with? And what would the name of the song be? It's gotta be one artist out there you'd be like, man, I would love to work with that artist, to mix that artist's music.
I can be considered old-fashioned guy already. So I would say that it would be Michael Jackson. Look what they done to the world, na 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 na.
You thinking about the song he sings? The guy.
Earth Song.
What's
Michael
the-
Jackson, Earth Song.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
Da, 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 da. Look what they
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
It's God. I don't know. I consider Michael one of the best of the best. Yeah, he's one of the great artists.
Yeah.
Wish I could. Wish I could work with.
Yeah. I know what song you're talking about. On the chorus, he's saying, ooh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I know exactly what you're talking about. Welcome to another episode of Platinum Lyrics and Beats. I'm your host, Trey Boy. I teach aspiring music producers how to create and sell dope beats online without the confusion and frustration of wondering where to start. All right, Platinum Lyrics and Beats, we look to assist you in getting started in your music production career and help you make some life-changing music and money. That's right. Today I'm excited because we have a special guest in the building, an audio engineer in the building, in the lab, in the studio. His name is Elijah. He's from the Ukraine, all the way from the Ukraine. We're talking in two different time zones right now, man.
Yeah.
I'm always excited when we get a chance to chop it up with engineers, because engineering is a lane that it's a really valuable lane in the music industry and often looked over but very essential. Okay, so I'm excited today, man. Elijah has a long history in the music world, from being a performing artist and band leader, working as a recording engineer, to mix and master for clients worldwide. That's right, worldwide. All right, he has been incredibly lucky to learn from some of the best in the business. And it is that knowledge that he strives to bring into the work done for independent artists, bands, and labels. He owns his own studio, EK Mix Master, where he is the chief engineer, of which is to this day provides high quality mixing, mastering services in a vast variety of genres. That includes hip hop, R&B, pop, rock, indie, and orchestra music. Without further ado, I would like for you guys to welcome Elijah. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty much cool. Thank you. Hope for you too.
That's good, man. What's going on, man? How was your day? You mixing any songs today? What's going on?
Yep. Basically, I'm working on music every day. So right now I'm working on pretty much cool project. I'm a master engineer for this project for Finnish band. Cool guys, great music. The funny thing is that the band leader was initially electronic musician, and then he shifted to acoustic music, and some of his songs were rearranged from electronic ones to acoustic. So it's pretty much fun to hear the new versions of these songs and to master them some. So this project right now in work. And it's cool.
That's nice. That's nice. We're always working, as producers and engineers. You put in your 10,000 hours. You probably already have your 10,000 hours, and even a little bit more. We're past that, to this is what we love to do. Music is what we do. How did you get started in the world of music, and where did your musical journey all start for you?
Oh, I find this question the most tough one because it never happens like, boom, I want to be a musician, I want to be engineer, and I'm gonna start from tomorrow to be an engineer, for instance. So honestly, I cannot. It's really hard to point that to name that point when I started doing. It was just like guitar playing,
Hmm.
some trying to sing, lousy singing. So then I realized that I want more, and a little bit more, a little bit more, and then I want to get these things recorded.
Yeah,
know nothing about that. How
yeah.
to do that? Oh my goodness! And it's a total crap. Not sure how to do it better.
Mhm.
So it was like some kind of path that
Right,
started from nowhere.
right.
I can't remember actually. So
Yeah, it kind of snuck up on you.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. It kind of snuck up on you. I understand you actually went to college, so you had some type of feeling that, hey, this is going to work. You went to college, uh,
Yeah, it
and
happened much later.
yeah, yeah. A little later, you graduated from college and studying audio engineering. Not too many
Yeah.
people can say that. Some of us just, pick up the tools and try to just make it stick. But some of us go a little further, with the things we love, and try to master the skills in the music industry as a music producer or engineer. What's the name of the college that you attended, and what was that experience like?
It's
Say it, hey, say it the way you feel like saying it, man. This is the
okay,
internet.
okay.
They can Google it.
Okay, it's Taras Shevchenko National University of Kiev.
Okay, okay. What was that?
So
Yeah, what was that experience like when you were attending that college during when you were getting your audio engineer degree?
yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it was really fun, and lots of fun was like practice and studio practice because. Well, always the funniest part, and nothing brings more experience than just actually tweaking some project because I remember that feeling when you start on the project and you feel like, oh my goodness. I know nothing where
Yeah.
do I start, and the worst thing, I any idea what is good and what is bad.
Hmm.
Okay, I can hear something. Is it good? Do I leave it as it is, or apply anything? Start messing with the sound. So it was lots of confusion, lots of fun.
Yeah.
So
So
all of
so
the things that make this process.
yeah, when you came out, you knew exactly what you were supposed to be doing when you
Uh,
graduated.
yeah, at least I had what I can say. I had a much clearer picture than before.
Got you.
So I don't know.
I got you.
Again, what's the moment when you start to realize? Oh, I know exactly what's going on in this project and how do I manage it. So it's always you actually in every single project, even now, even doing this for long enough. I'm sure you know that. I'm still open to some. Experiments and okay, there's kind of approach procession that you can apply immediately. Okay, I know it's going to work, it's going to make it better, but when you're done with that, after some pause, you or maybe I try something else or tweak this I don't know, compression, maybe add some transient, blah blah blah. So it's always lots of experiments, no matter how long you're doing that.
Now I understand. I understand you. It's like almost like you're always experimenting with different.
Always,
Yeah, yeah.
always.
Always is experimenting, perfecting your craft. School is not cheap, Elijah. School is not cheap at all. Of course, here in the U.S., man, school is not cheap. I don't know about the Ukraine, but here we spend a lot of money when we go to school, right? When I'm talking to my students and the aspiring music producers, I'm always teaching them or preaching to them, hey, invest in yourself, put some money aside and learn from someone who knows a little bit more than you. All right. But you actually did it. You went to college, and going to college, you're trying to become the best engineer that you can be. Evidently, if you spend that kind of money going to school, who influenced you to be an audio engineer, and who do you study today?
Oh, that's pretty much interesting. You know, maybe I'm gonna say I'm gonna name pretty much two well-known name, but Dave Pensado is fantastic. I love his work. I love the his mixes.
Say
Obviously, his
say his
works.
name again.
Dave Pensado. I'm
Okay.
not sure. He's pretty much old guy, but he's fantastic. I found he's a great engineer, and at the same time, he's great teacher. And you can find lots of videos with him talking over many things, many songs that he mixed. And what's cool about him, he can deliver his thoughts, what's going on in his mind when he approached the mix in a very easy way, easy to grasp, very easy to learn from him. So I think it's totally worth it to watch
Right.
some of his videos. He talks over software approaches or how it affects sound. So it's lots of fun.
What DAW are you using?
Oh, I've been using several DAW, and eventually I stopped at Reaper. I've been using for several years Pro Tools, Ableton.
Yeah.
Let me see, Adobe, some some other. I believe there were about five or six, and
Okay.
Reaper, my one and only love. So I find it best for me, for my approach, for my preferences.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah, it's totally my favorite one, and I'm not going to shift anymore because everything I could ever desire, I already have in Reaper.
Yeah.
Even though for some reason, I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. There is such an opinion that Reaper is for. Let me see what's the best word. Like for beginners, because it's super affordable. But okay, never mind. It's very long talk. We
Yeah.
can spend hours talking about the best DAW.
Yeah.
I
I,
know.
I know we could go back and forth all day
Yeah,
with the DAWs. Yeah. Yeah.
it's going
But
to take forever.
yeah. But I always tell, the aspiring music producers, find the DAW that fits you. Each DAW has its own character,
Totally.
you know, character to it. Find the one that fits you and then, stick with it. You know,
And that one
um,
will be the best one for you.
yeah, exactly. What would you say is the main difference between music production and audio engineering? I'm a music producer, so
Mhm.
I love to create, the music, but I also really respect what you guys do in the audio engineering world. It's a whole different side of the brain that you guys are using. I respect it. I know there's a difference. What would you say is the difference between those two?
Well, obviously, you named the major one is mindset, because when you create music, you focus on vibe, on picture, on emotion that you want to evoke from in your fans, in artists' fans. So you're thinking of melodies, chords, all of that stuff. So I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, and I'm 100% sure when you produce music, and every pro produces music, it's very close, blended together with audio engineer, because when you know exactly how your move in DAW, any move on sound, how it affects the space of future arrangement. So
Right.
obviously, if when you know these things, and I'm sure you do, it helps a lot to produce better balanced arrangement. So and when I personally started to work on the song, uh, the first and the only thing that I'm thinking of, how do I enhance it? This great arrangement, the arrangement production done by some other person. So I start thinking, yeah, of course, I do think about vibes, still how
Yeah.
to enhance it, how to bring more excitement, maybe some ear candies that possibly artist producer missed, or even just wasn't thinking about this
Right.
option of the sound. So again, what's good about bringing an engineer to work on even well produced song is you not just bring in another pair of trained ears. That's good for sure, but you bring in another person with fresh vision who can judge things that you possibly missed because you spent hours, maybe days and weeks working on the
Yeah.
song, and you heard million times. You could miss any tiny thing
Yeah. Yep.
because you stick too much to what you got already.
Yeah.
So so again, it's a mindset. You're thinking of first of all melody, chords, and vibe, and I think how to enhance even more what's already good enough. Hopefully, because
Yeah.
hopefully we're working with
Yeah.
great production.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that you said that you want to enhance the sound and see what the arranger has missed, what the producer has missed. I love working with engineers that listen to the music and they hear a certain it could be something simple, but they may add an effect that brings the song to a whole another level and makes it more brighter, and you're like, man, that song, it really enhanced the song. Engineers are, like I said before, you guys are undervalued sometimes, but y'all bring the heat, man. So that's really what I want, people to get out of just thinking about engineers, period, audio engineers. If you get a good one, they're going to elevate your song to a whole nother level. So you can, I guess, well, I don't know. It may result in more sales, but I know definitely it will result in your song being more of a better vibe. Like you were saying earlier, it's just going to enhance the music that much better. And that's what we want to do. We want to squeeze all of the juice. We want to get all of the juice out of the song, man, and make sure we make it the best it can be. Elijah, there's thousands of, aspiring engineers that will come across this video, and they would need to know, okay, how do I get started? What are some of the things I need to look out for when getting started becoming an audio engineer? What would you suggest?
Oh, I can see you love asking tough questions. Because there is no like strict answer. I don't know. Honestly, I never thought about it. I think the first thing I'd say it's more like my guess. I think it's worth starting from listening to music and analyzing what makes the dynamics, what makes this mix, this song punchy. Obviously, most of the time it's
Yeah,
a drum. What carries the rhythm and groove for the song? Obviously, it's most of the time it's drums and bass and how they work together. Oh my goodness, that's tough question. Honestly,
no, that's good. That's good. That's good. You're saying start at how you can enhance the song. Start there. I get what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. That
I'm
makes a
sure you
lot of
do
sense.
because I'm sure we understand each other really well. So obviously, it's the very first skill that every producer, every engineer should learn, and this one is the most tough skill because you cannot learn it from YouTube videos, from any tutorial. You cannot learn it. It's training your hearing. It's a long way of trial and error until you finally realize what is good and what is wrong. And
Yeah,
it's the major skill you gotta learn. Hear things and understand how it affects the final mix, how how this particular sound after being processed in some way how it's going to work with the other sounds and how it's going to build the overall picture of the mix. So this one is the most tough part because okay, I can explain in like several minutes what is compression and basically what it does, what is EQ, but what is right and what is wrong, it's your personal long path of trial and error, and there
Right.
is no any tutorial PDF that can learn can teach you that,
Right.
unfortunately.
Right. No, that makes sense. That makes total sense. It's nothing you can tiptoe in. You have to be 10
Mhm.
toes down and make sure it's just something that you want to do. And then once you start doing it, then you become better at it. No, I that's some good tips. Some good tips there. What's the name of the song you worked on that you're most proud of? All right. A song you have mixed. Like you say, man, this song here is one of the best songs I ever mixed, I ever worked on. What's the name of the song, and tell us about the experience of it.
You kill me with your questions.
Yep, yep.
I thought the previous question was tough. No, that was easy. Um,
I know you have mixed a lot. You mixed a lot of songs, you worked on a lot of material, but
yeah,
that has to be that one song that stands out that you say, man, we really did it on this song. This song is great.
honestly, they're all so much different, and most of these songs have story behind it, and it's so difficult to name a particular one. So okay, somehow this story pops up. This is the very fresh project that has story, and it was really exciting, really fun. I'm working with a great guy from United Kingdom. He creates dance music, trance music. So first of all, he's a great guy. He's
Okay.
fantastic friend. We constantly communicate and chatting, like some joking
Yeah.
on each other. And this is one of the best parts of working with artists, because my personal philosophy is not just okay. I providing services, and that's it. I like to be friends and team member, because we constantly. This is fantastic guy, and the funny thing that he started making music about. From his words, about a year ago, which isn't long in at all in music world. Yeah, I'm sure you know that. And again, he started from nothing, from nowhere, trial error. So we know each other for half a year, and besides, like yeah, I helped him with shaping his son's sound, and we constantly in contact. I'm sharing tips, some suggestions, feedback on his drafts, and I'm just doing my best to help him get better
Yeah.
as a producer. And after just about, I don't know, 4 or 6 months of our communication, his I believe third song we did together. So once we mark it as complete, next week it was submitted to label, because
Okay.
his great song. Well, I was honored to take part in shaping it. So the funny part, that guy started from nowhere
Uh-huh.
year ago. He was looking for something, I don't know. Then suddenly we got connected, and we got really good friends, constantly in touch, sharing lots of things. So and in just several months, his song got signed to label. So again,
Oh
I
wow.
cannot. Yeah, and the best part that when we started communication, he was asking lots of oh, hello, can I ask you another stupid question? I know you're gonna think that it's stupid question, but I'm still seeking, looking for the best ways.
Right.
So now I can from from his words, I can hear that he is much more confident. He
Yeah.
has less things, and yeah, sometimes they sound weird because this guy is still looking for his best approach. That's okay.
Yeah.
We're always trying some crazy stuff because this is a part of our process. But I can hear it from his words. He's much confident. I can hear it from his music. It sounds much better because he doesn't do anymore those basic things, sometimes stupid things. All of us, we did all of these stupid things,
Yeah.
and that's okay. That's pretty much the story about this song. It's a very fresh project we did like last month.
Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah, for sure. Let me Adam Solar Storm, his project name. So it's it's a Solar Storm project. Time to Shine, the song name.
Time to Shine. That's
Time to
nice.
Shine.
What is your process when it comes to mixing a song or a beat? Like, where do you start? Mixing the vocals, or do you start with the instruments, the samples? Give us a complete picture of how you start and finish a whole mix of song, like from A to Z. And it doesn't have to be long. Just
Yeah,
where do you start and where do you end when you mixing a song?
First of all, it's going to be top secret information that I'm going to share all with you. Okay, so quite obvious, at least to me, that when I start when I mix in some complex project like instrumental and vocals, some beat and vocals, I start 100% time. I'm starting not with vocals. I'm starting with music because, in my belief, music should be. Mixing wise, music should be like perfect bed for vocals. It should be fat, punchy, dynamic, wide,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
when this structure is built, then vocals sits in very nicely and
yeah.
easily. I found that this approach is the easiest one to create a well balanced mix.
Right.
So it's recommended and works every time for me to start building the mix with the most important sounds.
Okay.
Even though, obviously it's vocals, the focal point of every song. There's still other very important elements like kick and snare because they
Yeah.
make groove for every genre song,
Yeah.
either hip hop, rock, pop.
Right.
They drive an entire song. So I usually start with drums, then I bring in bass because you never can. I wouldn't recommend separating drums and bass. They usually, when they work together, they create that element that brings the groove, the foundation
Got you.
for that song.
Got you. Got you. And and then you would end, you start with the instruments, like you say, the snare and everything, and then you would work down to the vocals.
First kick, snare, bass. Every
Got you.
time. First kick, second snare, then bass comes in.
Got you.
Then keys, guitars, all kinds of arpeggios, all kinds of instruments. And when they work together, when they spread out,
Yeah.
punchy, fat,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just bring in vocals, it already sits well, even with no much hassle.
Right.
Then it chop off some extra lows, maybe bring in highs,
Yeah.
compression, saturation, and it works.
Yeah. It's especially if the artist recorded in a good a good studio where the
Absolutely.
vocals are nice and tight. That makes you guys job that much easier. And when we label each track.
Oh yeah, that makes engineers' lives much easier, to focus on sounds rather than going through every sound and
Right.
what's that? What's that?
Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way when I first started producing music. I send my music to the engineer. And yeah, it's most. When I first started producing music, I remember I used to send the sessions in, and I wouldn't have anything labeled, and the engineer would be like, "God, you gotta put everything on there, man, so we know what's what." And I was like, "You can't look at the wave files," But you learn as you go. But I know that's a pet peeve for audio engineers, man. They don't like that when you don't label your tracks. Picture this, Elijah. You're locked in the studio for 24 hours, right? You can only work with one artist on one song. You have one artist that you would love to work with on one song. What's the name of the artist you would love to be locked in the studio with? And what would the name of the song be?
So those questions were these ones. Okay.
It's got to be one artist out there you'd be like, man, I would love to work with that artist, to mix that artist's music.
Maybe I believe I already I can be considered old-fashioned guy already. So I would say that it would be Michael Jackson. He would
Okay.
be look what they done to the world. Na 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 na.
You're thinking about the song he sings, the guy.
Earth Song.
What's
Michael
the-
Jackson, Earth Song.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
Da, 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 da. Look what they
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, I got you. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's God. I don't know. I consider Michael one of the best of the best. He is real king of pop and singer. Yeah, he's one of the great artists.
Yeah.
Wish I could. Wish I could work with.
Yeah. I know what song you're talking about. The video is also awesome. The video, man, on the chorus, he's saying, ooh. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like that was a song that was really touching, and he was really trying to heal with that.
Actually.
Yeah, he was trying to heal with that song, and that's the power of music. That's why we love doing it, because it's the power of music. We know it's going to change somebody's life once they hear the song. Yeah. So that's nice, man. Elijah, how can producers and artists, how can they get in contact with you if they want to work with you to get that music sounding right?
They're actually, I have a website. They can contact me through email.
On your website, they can get to your email on your website?
Yeah, there is a contact form on my website.
Okay.
Obviously, you can just click a big green button, and you can easily get in contact with me. And I'm always open to chat through like FaceTime, WhatsApp, so all kinds of audio video calls. So I have a Facebook personal page. I think it's the best.
What's the name of the website?
ekmixmaster.com.
Got you. That's dope, man. This has been we really had a good time, man, talking about music. I don't want to keep you long. I appreciate you for joining us on Platinum Lyrics and Beats. This has been really nice, man. I love, first of all, music. It shows you how universal music is. I believe when God created music, he gave us all a gift. And those of us who create music and enhance music, I think we love it just a little bit more than everybody else, because we're creating it. So this couldn't have been a more nicer interview, man. And on the podcast, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm happy that I got a chance to interview you and get your mindset on music, audio engineering, behind, the music, and being able to expand our minds about how people think about music all around the world, all the way from Ukraine, man. This is really dope. This is the last segment of the interview. This is a segment where we give platinum advice. So the name of the show is Platinum Lyrics and Beats, right? So we give platinum advice. Okay, in America, platinum is like top tier.
Oh.
Top tier.
Yeah.
So what platinum advice would you give a young aspiring audio engineer? If you had to tell them one thing, what would that advice be?
I think I know. I think I know what could I advise, and I would definitely recommend, based on my experience, guys, don't be distracted with lots of sexy-looking plugins, and don't rely much on some fancy plugins. The one and only thing that they need to learn is to understand what makes sound great. Usually when they're talking about it's about EQ, compression, saturation, reverb, and delays. So basic person, and all of this variety of plugins, they do all the same things in some percentage, some more focused to compression, to EQ, blah blah blah. So don't rely on fancy plugins that are going to turn your not properly picked or not properly recorded sound into a great one. So there is no such magic. Just learn basics. What you can do with just five these basic instruments, and just pick the tools that are best for you. That you understand what they do. They don't have some fancy things happening under the hood, and you don't understand what's going on in that black box. If you understand what's going on every stage of a mix, then you control the process from the very start to the very beginning. So usually you'll need to do the job just several units, either hardware or software, and don't get distracted with vast variety of things available on market.
Gotcha. Couldn't have said it no better than that, man. That's platinum advice from Elijah with Mix Mastering, all right? Elijah, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Everybody, this is Platinum Lyrics and Beats. Look, if you're watching this podcast and you're a new music producer and you want to start creating beats from scratch, sell them online, all right, I got you. Watch the Producer's Blueprint, the free video I created for aspiring music producers just like you. All right, the blueprint walks you through each step. Just go to aspireproducerslab.com. If you're on IG, you can message me directly and type in the word produce. All right, and I'll email you the Producer's Blueprint directly. We look forward to working with you and hearing from you. Thank you for listening and supporting the channel. Subscribe so you can watch more helpful videos like this. We post them every week. To all the dope music producers out there, keep producing that life-changing music. To all aspiring music producers, go out there and put in that work and help us change the world one beat at a time. I pray this episode will encourage you, inspire you to start your music production career and help you make some life-changing music and money. Have an amazing day. Let's get that work. See you next week. This Trey Boy. I'm out. Peace.